Guys, welcome back to Wiseman & Company. I'm Ben. Wanted to do a quick video on sprucing up the ACOG. The ACOG is outdated, in my opinion. It's outdated. The price never changes, the technology never changes. There's a lot of newer options on the market as far as optics that really, quite frankly, are just better. What do you guys think? ACOG's outdated or not? Let me know down in the comments, of course. Sometimes agencies retire a large amount of ACOGs because they're switching to something different, and they will sell them to a wholesaler or to a retailer, and you can get them somewhat beat up but still fully functional at a better price. They're all over the place. You can find them on eBay, you can find them on TaxSwap. ACOGs are plentiful. So I don't like to waste anything. Nothing goes to waste, and I do like using ACOGs a good bit. I really do. Again, I think there's some good features, but let's make them better. Let's talk about what can improve this dinosaur of an optic. Before we get into what I changed on my ACOG, let's talk about what we don't need to change first, what they're already good at. They're tough, rugged optics, bomb-proof optics. That has been proven time and time again. Plenty of wartime and civilian time. LEO, they are rugged optics, and if you do happen to break an ACOG, Trijicon will make it right. Illumination on the ACOG, excellent. It's so good that a lot of people have to dim it down sometimes. As you can see right here, if I can get that camera to focus, I got electric tape over this one. There is fiber optic underneath this electric tape, and that's what gives the reticle illumination. So it draws in light from the sun and it makes it extremely bright. So putting that electrical tape on there dulls it a little bit so you're not getting that blowout, that plumage. You get a little bit crisper of a reticle. So illumination is great. They got tritium in there for nighttime shooting. Illumination's good to go. Really clear glass, no complaints there. Decent field of view. Over time, throughout the years, as ACOGs have been made, the glass quality seems to remain the same. Good quality glass. Finally, the BDC, or the bullet drop compensation reticle inside of the ACOG, is generally pretty true if you're using the correct ammunition and barrel length and spec that they recommend to get the most accurate bullet drop compensation. All the reticles I have used, there's a variety of reticles you can find in ACOGs. I believe this is a TA33. All the reticles, all the BDC reticles I've used have generally been pretty accurate. So that is a great perk if you're using an ACOG. Okay, on to where we can improve. We can all use improvement, right? Yeah, including the ACOG. Let's start at the base, or the mounting solution. Trijicon, what the hell is this? This is... You're still sending optics out with big old knobs on the side. This is the mounting solution, for those of you that don't know, for the Trijicon ACOG. 2 screw holes there, mount up into the centerpiece. These knobs tighten down the tension on the pick rail. These have a tendency to work their way loose. They're not exactly QD or quick detach. And more than anything, for me, these are just big and bulky. They add so much width to the side of the optic. There's way better options out there now. Let's talk about a better option for a base. This American Defense QD mount. It has a single lever, as you can see there. It integrates right into your existing ACOG. There are some other ones out there as well that are really nice. Bobro makes a QD mount, low profile. And everyone knows ARMS. ARMS has been doing low pro mounts for a long time. ARMS makes a mount for the ACOG. All 3 of these are way better options for a mounting solution. Again, they are robust, they lock down tight, and more than anything, they streamline the bottom base of the ACOG. No real snag points other than the lever, and you know it's not going anywhere. Next, height of the ACOG and the eye relief of the ACOG. Pretty poor on both fronts, but there's a good fix. Weapon Outfitters sells the CRAM, K-R-A-M. The CRAM is an insert that integrates into the base of the ACOG. You can use it for your stock base with the knobs if you really want to do that, but it also works with the American Defense mount, ARMS mount, Bobro. And what this spacer is going to do is going to give you a little bit of height, but it's also going to set the ACOG back a little bit, as you can see here. So if you're a guy that likes to run your stock a little further back, instead of crunching up onto the charging handle, the cram is going to give you the ability to set your optic a little bit back and give you a little bit longer length of pull, but also you're going to be able to run a rear sight, backup sight underneath this if you want to. I don't really run up backup sights other than the one you see here, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. But as you can see, there's some space under there, so if you wanted to run a flip-up sight underneath here, you totally could do that. More than anything, though, I like how high it sets it. The stock spacer for the ACOG is going to give you a co-witness height. Co-witness is too low for me. I feel like I'm always crunching down on the gun. It's uncomfortable. This cram spacer puts me just above a lower 1/3, so higher than a lower 1/3. I think it's like 0.06 higher, and that's just enough. It makes it much more comfortable on my neck and eyes. More than anything, though, I shot it with a gas mask on, and it was a very natural point of aim for me. I didn't have to like skirt my head around any weird angle to get down on the gun and see through the optic because it was high enough. So shooting with a gas mask on, this was a good height. Honestly, I could probably go a little higher. This is the highest insert you can get for the cram. They make 3 different sizes, but for what it is, it works great. This is a excellent addition to any ACOG. Again, because you're going to be able to set your ACOG further back due to that eye relief, and you're going to be able to get it a little bit higher. So the cram, excellent addition. I actually bought a bunch of them because a lot of guys at JTAC Ranch run ACOGs. I handed them out to them. They're running them as well. They like them. Eric, you'll see Eric in this video. He's running a cram, and again, I can't believe I ran ACOGs without it for this long. So go check out Weapon Outfitters and that little spacer called the cram. Excellent addition to the ACOG. It's about 35 bucks. Finally, ACOGs are fixed magnification. Most of the ones you see out there are going to be a fixed 4X. That's the most common you see. I had a TA44 for a while with a 1.5 power, and that was great. But most of the ones you see out there, like this one, are a fixed 4X. Great for those further out distances. 4X, in my opinion, is awesome for that 300 to 600 yard range. That's plenty of magnification for me. 4X, shooting it inside of 200 yards can be a little troublesome. Yeah, you can use the ACOG with the bending aiming concept or whatever, but I struggle with keeping both eyes open on an ACOG. I can do it great with every other optic. Don't know why I struggle with the ACOG. It is really tough on my eyes to keep both eyes open. But still, shooting these close are not as fast as a red dot. So third, I would add a micro red dot to your ACOG to work with your ACOG. I have one on the Arasaka mount right here, offset to the right. There are plenty of other offsets out there. T-Rex Arms, Reticle Corp, I think, makes one. You can also run a micro red dot on top. Eric likes to run his on top. I ran one on top for a while. You're going to get a much higher sight over bore, about 3 inches, 3.5 inches. That's a training issue. No, you can definitely work with that. I think the ability to go from a 1 power to a 4X very quickly has been awesome. I really enjoy doing it. So my third option is adding that offset. Back in the day, adding an offset was really expensive because RMRs were pretty much the only viable option. Now you got Hollow Sun and a lot of other great micro red dots. You can buy an offset mount for 75 to 150 bucks, integrate a lower cost micro dot, and now you have a 1 power option to go with your 4X ACOG. Again, shooting this combo has been very fast, very, very effective. I like it a lot. So it's not exactly changing the ACOG itself, but you are adding some capability in conjunction with your ACOG. So offset, big thumbs up, whether you want to run it on the right side of the gun or on top. I think it's a must-have if you're running an ACOG. Just gives it a lot more capability. All right, guys, that's 3 ways to spice up your ACOG. Again, I don't think these optics are worthless. I personally like running an ACOG a lot. Some great features. They just need a little bit of updating here and there. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Are they a waste of time? Too expensive? Go check out some of these options that I mentioned for updating your ACOG. Prices will vary depending on what you want to get. As far as the brand and manufacturer, you can do this fairly inexpensively, but you can also make this project very expensive, like anything with guns, right? So leave me a comment down below what you guys think about ACOGs, what you think about this video. Thank you for watching. Go to wisemancompany.com. We have a ton of great gear over there. That's the best way to support us. My name is Ben. We'll see you on the next video.